I love food. When we talk about food, I'm very excited about it. This is a passion of mine. My goal is actually to have a meatless meal on someone's table, at least one per day. It's all started when one summer my daughter actually gave me a little assignment. She gives me assignment every summer, but one summer she gave me a little assignment with a book, and she was like, she was 10 years old at the time. She handed me a book and asked me to write down my recipe so she could bring it to college with her when she grows up. I was like, okay, but I didn't do anything of it. I was like, maybe it might be easier for me to just type it and then take some pictures. And at that time, Instagram was the picture time, and there's a space for it to write the caption, and which is perfect. So I did that, which ultimately led to the creation of the blog 3 years later.
That's really funny because I also have a similar story because my mother also left me a bunch of handwritten recipes when I went off to college. So it's definitely something that I think Asian moms do for their kids.
Yes. I agree. I think that's how they show the love by having recipes that they like, and to kind of pass down to them the love of food, passed down from generation to generation like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad that I did it on social media, and now more people can enjoy the same food that we love.
You can be everyone's mom, basically. Everyone's favorite Asian vegan mom.
I'm fine. I'm a mom. Yeah.
I mean, it's a culmination of all the hard work that you've been doing in terms of promoting vegan cookery. Is that right?
Yes, I'm trying hard. I'm trying to, I think this is a passion of mine. My goal is actually to have a meatless meal on someone's table, at least one per day. It would be so happy to me if someone tried my recipes and say it's good. Yeah, I can include that to my routine.
I mean, can you think back to that decisive moment in your life when you decided that perhaps going vegan was going to be the right direction for you? Did you go straight to veganism, or did you dabble a little bit in vegetarianism or pescatarianism at first?
I started really this journey of being meatless since I was about 15 years old.
Wow.
I followed my best friend to a temple, and I tried a vegan sweet and sour pork, which is super tasty, and amazed and addicted to the taste. I started trying out more and more meatless meals, which kind of like brought me up until now. And I have been riding that meatless lifestyle train ever since, I think. I mean, in between, we do have some challenges, but we kind of went through the hurdles, and I'm still here, and still no meat for me.
What was the biggest challenge for you at that time?
During my time, my age, around that time where internet was not too popular, or parents are still quite traditional, they're not open up to having a different lifestyle or lifestyle changes. So to my parents, but right now when I think back, I know it's because they were worried about me growing up without having enough protein, because I was only a teenager at that time. So when we were dining out, we were usually like, I won't let them know that I'm not eating meat anymore. I just don't want to create any conflict or any arguments about it. So we'll order a dish, and even the dish has the meat in it, I just eat the vegetables. That way we are still enjoying the food together without, feeling like I'm an outsider or something.
Yeah,
so that was my challenge.
That's
when I
a
was
challenge,
younger.
right? Because eating is such a social activity. So, but things have changed so much in the last
Yes.
last 10 years at least, right?
Oh my gosh, I wish like we have like the type of like quick instant food that's vegetarian and available to you right away. During my time, and in my time, it was like people will look at you like, you don't need this in your meal. Like even if I order a wonton min, they will be like, just the noodles and the veggies, no wonton. I said, yeah. And because I know them so well, they watch me grow up, and they kind of like see me as a kid, and they were okay with that. But not all restaurants or shops would kind of like adjust it to the way that I want it to be. But I'm grateful for those who would be willing to do it for me.
And when it comes to Malaysian cooking as well, I mean, how are you approaching kind of showcasing the flavors that you grew up with?
Malaysian cooking is very essential to me because I was born and raised in Malaysia before I moved to US. My dad is Teochew, my mom is Cantonese, and I was influenced by a lot of Hakka cooking when I was living with my babysitter. And now I'm learning a lot from my mom-in-law who's Hokkien. So it's a melting pot. And Malaysian food consists of an array of Malay, Indian, and Chinese food. And we have a lot of cross influences among our cultures. And our food are so delicious because it's like a melting spices, colors, and it's just so rich in flavor. And that's why a lot of times my taste bud and the way that I cook has always has a Malaysian touch in it.
Instead of, say, perhaps looking at how we can replicate or veganize certain dishes, I mean, your aim surely is to actually promote the fact that vegan food by itself is already very flavorful, is already really nutritious. What are some of the more popular recipes that have taken off from your website since you started?
I think my first recipe that got popular was dumpling because not many Asian vegan dishes that made dumplings. So I think that, and plus the way that I wrap it, and I love wrapping dumplings because it definitely gives me a chance to kind of calm down, and it's very meditative. I don't know why, but I really love wrapping dumplings. And then we didn't know that that would go well. We just, made the food, we ate it because we like dumplings, and it all went viral. So yeah, I think dumplings was my first popular recipes to get noticed. Yeah,
I
for
think
my Instagram.
I think someone once called you the dumpling queen or the vegan dumpling queen. Is that right?
Yeah. I'm so humbled with that name, but I think I'm no dumpling queen, but I really do love dumpling. But I'm happy that I got recognized by that name because I do love dumpling. I would love to share different types of filling inside, different types of dumplings, and I hope people can redo or remake the recipes at home easily without having frustration and stuff like that.
And so we talked about this earlier. You mentioned you'll be doing a cookbook.
Yes.
And when will this be out? When can we expect it?
So I'm working on it right now, and we're talking about the timeline because we did have like a year of delay. So in a few weeks, we will still adjust the timeline. We are not sure yet, but it's a working progress. And I'm very excited about it.
Well, thank you so much, Woon Heng, for joining us today and sharing your life story and all that you know about vegan cookery.